From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Justin Tucker has this all teed up, and we're off from Arrowhead. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. Well, John Harbaugh's challenged plenty of calls in his career, and he's got the red flag out once again. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll motion Lamb right. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. He'll cobble together a yard there. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hauled in by Worthy. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. It's taken in by Lamb. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll send him over right. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that will set up 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent... Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down throw for Jackson. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. 1st down, here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Got his target, it's Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, looks a little short of that 35. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10, here's Jackson. Completed over the middle. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Tight end going in motion here. From the 38. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he'll get it up to the 44. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action, Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here comes the Baltimore offense to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another run for Henry. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Henry on the catch. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Off play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Has a man. It's Brown. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pistol now for Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Another throw for Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the 1st snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. Second and 3 now. It's Pacheco again. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Third down, 1 yard to go. Right back to Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You gotta react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Motioning the tight end now. Here he is to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing now. He finds him beyond the marker. He's out in the clear. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw it. He'll get this to Henry. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle block, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They connect for the first, and they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down. Here he is to throw. Caught near the goal line. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31. Has his man. It's Pacheco. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running right is Pacheco. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. This one finds Kelsey. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Kelsey's got him right side. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This throw is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 34, Andrews with the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down, here's Lamar. He's got Andrews. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Lamar throwing again. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throw for Jackson. Finds his man Chase. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Jackson yet again. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. And again, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. Lamar now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Huard, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.